Good morning from the beach. Look, if you look closely behind me, just by the sea, that's my view this morning. There we go. Just going to make my way down to the beach. No beach today, sadly, but we do have a picture, which at least makes it a bit more, I don't know, bridges the gap at least. If you're just listening, that's because there is a picture of a beach behind me, which actually my wife drew, and that is the beach where I proposed. So yeah, in Cornwall. So anyway, enough of that stuff. Speaking of Cornwall, we have recently been there, and anyone else, I posted a picture of the kids eating mussels a few weeks back. So we have them anyway quite a lot, and obviously around the rocks they were quite obsessed with them. And everyone said that, oh yeah, my kids or my grandkids are obsessed with mussels. Try them on your kids if you've got or grandkids, if they're like 3 or 2. I don't know whether it's because they like just opening and eating them. I don't know. Anyway, do not Google though, are mussels vegan? Because you'll be there all day with loads of theories and for and against. It's not, it is. Anyway, on that note, we were in one shop and there was crickets basically in the vegan section. And I thought, that's a bit weird, they're insects. But it was because they were kind of more sustainable. And if you actually look at the water and energy needed to make a kilo of protein, it was really, really low. And obviously this is norm in many countries. And I found it quite fascinating actually. So I had to try some. I must admit they were a bit not the best, although when I followed the recipe, salt, pepper, and actually added soy sauce and roasted them, they were okay actually. They just tasted like crisps, if you could get over the bug part. Anyway, as you can tell, I'm not vegan. However, I have had, and I do get a lot of questions, and we work with a lot of ladies who are vegan, and actually, it works for a lot of people. And depending on someone's ethical beliefs, that's absolutely fine. Now, this situation in particular, they went vegan for health reasons and said, do I need to supplement on anything? I don't want to have any processed vegan food or the processed, like the fake meat, if you like. But do I need to supplement? And what I'm going to do here is just run through what I would do based on the science. This isn't my belief. So if I went vegan, and I do have a vegan book, by the way, which if you want a copy, let me know. I can just ping it over to you by email. Comment below if you would like that. So put simply, first and foremost would be vitamin B12 is something I'd definitely look at. So this is found in meat, dairy. Now, you can get this from, obviously, supplements. You can get it from fortified foods. So like nut milks will have it supplemented in. So technically you are supplementing by having like almond milk because it's not really natural, right? It's supplemented in. So you're already doing that. You're getting some from that. You cannot get that much. You'd have to drink a lot of almond milk or whatever milk you're drinking, like plant-based milk, to get enough vitamin B. But nutritional yeast is a great one. Really recommend that. If you're vegan, then yeah, have a look at nutritional yeast. It's actually quite nice, like a nutty, cheesy flavour. Didn't really sell it then, did I? But it is actually quite nice. You can add it to soups, stews and stuff. If not, I would supplement with that, whether that's pill, injection, etc. Because you cannot get B12 from unless you have them foods. So we know that, say, if we take like a gorilla, they'll get B12 because they eat poo, essentially. It's because they eat stuff that's just on the floor. It often has poo on it, so if you don't wash your food, technically you can get it. But obviously that's not recommended for many reasons. And because without B12, your red blood cells may not function properly. You may get tiredness, lack of energy, mouth ulcers, psychological issues, depression, pins and needles, things like that. And it's quite a serious one. And you might have also heard that you can get iron, calcium, zinc. You know, there's often like infographics that make it look really good, and omega-3 on a vegan diet. Now, you can get some. However, when you look at the studies in large populations, these nutrients are often deficient. So iron, calcium, zinc, choline, zinc, choline, omega-3, on a vegan diet, they're often deficient. Now, or can lead to higher chances of deficiency. Many people do well on that, but most of the reason is because they're poorly absorbed. Okay, so they're not as bioavailable in these plant sources. So take iron, there's two types, heme and non-heme. Heme is found in like red meat, for example. That's very absorbable. Non-heme found in plant sources. Now, to increase the absorption, you can have vitamin C. You can avoid tea and coffee around the meal. That helps. But like I said, it's still not going to be as absorbable. Similar with omega-3. You'll find ALA, which is a type of omega-3 in like the seeds. But in oily fish, for example, you've got DHA and EPA, and all the research on like cognitive health, heart health, cardiovascular disease is on those. So EPA and DHA, and ALA, which is found in seeds, needs to be converted to EPA, DHA to actually get those benefits, and it's poorly converted. So you'd want to think of that, and an algae supplement is fine for that. You can get away with that. So, and like I said, many people do fine. You just have to pay a bit more attention to it. And actually, some people will cut out like more cakes, biscuits, although the rise in like vegan cakes, it's a bit like gluten, right? When everything went gluten free, it was like, you know, I eat gluten free, and because I have to. But the thing is, at the start, it was like, oh, so no bread, no cakes, no nothing. Now it's like everything just is. So I went for a first meal out the other day, and the starter was this like, they're like big chips. I can't remember what they're called, like big chips, but they're like chickpea flour, and they're just fried, like, but it's like everything's gluten free. Before I'd be like, oh, just the salad then, and it would actually make it easy. And now there's just so many choices. So based on what the science says, here's a lowdown on what I would supplement with. Number 1, iron. Number 2, vitamin B12. Number 3, omega-3, like algae supplements. They are vegan. Calcium, I'd supplement with zinc, choline, and vitamin D3, which I would do anyway, even now. I still do now, unless it is sunny, which it is right now. So, and I'm actually outside. This is another thing altogether, right? We're often working inside or wear sun cream. And this is to decrease the risk of anemia, bone fractures, and even depression over time. Because there is some association there. So you have got to pay more attention to your diet. But ultimately, just remember your reason for eating any diet, and it has to be the one that fits your lifestyle. It has to give you the energy you want. Is it for health reasons? Is it for ethical reasons? Whatever it is, just consider why you're doing it, and then consider this stuff above, and I hope that helps. I mean, I had one message from one lady just said, you know, I feel bad as I was committed to being a veggie. I still eat mostly veggie stuff, which is great. It's like a Mediterranean diet. I can't believe it took me so long to work it out. I'm so pleased with getting up early for exercising to manage the back and loads. I have more energy, feel more in control of her habits. And I guess it's getting that balance right. I guess it's like she's now gone on to like more of a Mediterranean diet. So she'll have some fish, some meats, and it's like that is a plant-based diet. And when you hear researchers say, you know, plant-based diets are superior, they are. That doesn't mean a vegan diet. That actually means lots of vegetables, lots of fruits. Morning, Diana. Give me a hello if you're coming in. Lots of vegetables, lots of fruits. But that doesn't mean you ignore, you don't have red meat, eggs, etc. It's a balance. But dare I say it, you've got to do the diet that you feel happy with, that fits your lifestyle, gives you energy, boosts your mood, is aligned with your values. And dare I say it makes you happy. Hope that helps. And any questions, let me know. Take care.